let's start. But today or tonight we are going to be talking about massive action, guys. This is the secret of the 90 days or anytime that you want to go fast is massive action. Now, tonight we will cover in some of the what a massive action is. I will not get into many details because they are covered in our video trainings that we're releasing and in how to get going. And this week you're going to see a few trainings. By the way, my goal in all those video trainings is that all of them are going to be, or most of them are going to be under 5 minutes. There are going to be a few sections, but it's important that stay tuned. However, you will have enough information tonight to go into massive action. Think about that. Make sure, by the way, that you are listening to the daily recordings. And now I know there are some people in the call right now that they are not in the 90 days. But if you want to just listen to those recordings, etc., make sure you register or send me an email. But anyway, these are really important because they are a complement to the trainings, those recordings. This morning I cover one of the most powerful approaches that I'm going to touch also tonight because it's one of the best ways to approach people. It doesn't matter what you are doing. And guys, what we have to, in South America, we have a saying that say, guys, if we want to start moving, we have to put new batteries because with all batteries, we are not going to get too far away. And that's what we are intending to do by training you and showing you all these things because, by the way, I'm using it myself. We are using it ourselves. Everything that you're going to see, everything that you're going to see in the next 60 and 90 days and beyond, because this is not something that's going to stop, are things that we are using. Okay, let's start this right now. Now, I have a question. And by the way, for those of you that are in the 90 days, and I hope all of you have gone and seen, I know we have over 120 people registered, but not all of you are registered on the Facebook website. I asked this question. This was one of your homeworks, is to find out what are your needs. But anyway, imagine that you have your rent and mortgage paid every month, your car payment, or you have extra money for a full vacation or going full time. But the reason I'm saying this is, guys, it's so important for you to know which ones are your needs. And I'm not going to go much in details. You want to know the details, make sure you register. If you are already in the 90 days, you go to, you are receiving the link on the emails. I hope so. But anyway, on Facebook, we have a group where I have all the exercise for this. And I'm going to have a video also that's going to be based on the same thing. But guys, the exercise is really simple. I'm going to go very short. And what it means, you fill your needs. In other words, the things that you spend every month. And then when you fill your needs, then imagine which one you want to cover first. Imagine, and it's why I say this, imagine that you don't have a car payment, that you cover your car payment the next month. That would be a great help. And the following month, you add the rent or the mortgage. And then you are this and that. And then when you double your income, your household income, when you double your household income covering all your needs, guys, you can go full time. This is so important. So many people ask me, how do you go full time in this business? I say, well, you go full time when you at least double the income that you're already used to, because you don't want to go full time with the same income because you're going to be tied to whatever you're doing now. But anyway, this is the only thing that I wanted to touch here because I want to make sure that you understand that you will have to set up your goals. And for those of you that have not gone to the Facebook site that we have for the 90-day Blitz, make sure you go there and you ask to be allowed in the site, and then one of the administrators will be allowing you. We have two administrators. But anyway, and we have this exercise. Also, you are going to see a video coming soon talking about the same thing. Now, the secret for success is to have a lot of people looking at your site. And, oh, I didn't put the site there. But anyway, let's suppose that this is your business. Now, what you see right there is all are the different meetings that you do in order to promote your business. You have home presentation, you have two-on-one, you have social media, you have CDs, you have DVDs, you have the magazine, you have the website, you have the webinars, you have the teleconferencing. I mean, all the things you see that we have here. These are, and etc., because you also, you can buy leads if you want, etc. All this is your business, and you have to use it. You have all those tools, and you must use it. It is interesting because all the tools that I'm showing you now, with the section, obviously, when you buy a DVD or a magazine or CD, but the rest of the tools are free. I mean, home presentations are free. Two-in-one presentation are free. It's cool. Oops, I don't want to jump the gun here. Okay, that's the cool thing. But remember, all these are free. This one is free. This one's free. Social media is free. Teleconferencing is going to be free when we start having it. Webinars are free. Your website, Isogenix, is free. Well, it's $29 a year, but still, three-way call. I mean, there are many tools. You can, even if you don't have a penny right now, it's so important that you understand that you have a lot of free tools to start prospecting. Now, before I forgot, in the needs, in the exercise that I have on Facebook, I recommend people to have at least about between $100 to $200, the ideal $200 a month that you are going to have as your needs, that you are going to use for your business. These are not only for tools, but saving money for the events, etc. It's so important. But anyway, guys, as I said before, the important thing is that you have a lot of people looking at your site or at your home presentations or your 2-1, because when you have a lot of people, distributors start popping up. Now, you have to have a lot of people to have the first distributor. If you are lucky enough, probably the first person that you talk is a distributor. But we have to remember that this is a numbers game. And then you start talking to another group. You are using the website, the cities. You're passing around cities. And you see every time you are talking to a group, distributors start appearing all over the place. And then some of them become leaders. Some of them become superstars. And this is the secret of this business. The secret of this business to have as many exposures of your business as you can. And we have the tools again, because again, we have the home presentations, the 2-on-1, the social media. We have the magazine that you can use it for presentation. You want the DVDs that are ideal for home presentation, the CDs like the microclass that I recommend, website, webinar, teleconference, three-way calls, etc. I mean, there are so many ways. And the idea is to use all these tools and to get to massive action. Massive action is not going to take us more than 1 hour if you do it right. And we are going to see some of the script to show you that really you don't need a lot of time to start doing this. Now, this is our base. And repeated many times in the last probably several trainings. This is our base. You're building the list. This is the system. You connect with people. You present. You follow up. Teach others to do the same and repeat the process. Now, something that I want to make sure that you understand is that there are 4 that basically you do every day. That's this that you have here. Why? Because you always are adding new people to your list. You always, every day you're going to be connecting, presenting, and follow up. As a matter of fact, this is what you do daily. You increase your list all the time. You make sure you are connecting. You connect, you present, and you follow up every day. This is 5 days a week. I'm not talking 7 days a week. And in 1 hour, you can actually connect with a lot of people if you're doing it right, which is you have to leverage yourself. And the best way is to doing the right scripts. In other words, not to talk too long when we are talking to people, when we are getting the first information. Follow-up is different, because when we do follow-up, if a person is allowing us to follow up, and we see when we call and the person is positive, obviously you're going to spend more time. But in the first time, you have to make sure that you go through as many people as you can, as I showed you in the example before. Now, let me show you that there are 3 markets, and this is the cold, the warm market, and the hot market. Hot market is the best. It's the best market. These are people that you really know, people that you're really close. The next one is the warm market, and the next one the cold market. As you see, this is like a target, and the center is where we have to be the closest to the center possible. Obviously, the hot market is small because the people know us very well. But warm market, we can increase it all the time, and we can get a lot of people from the cold market into the warm market. And today with social media, it's really easy. And as a matter of fact, when you meet some people in a casual way, that person eventually become a warm market when you start doing follow-up. This is not a hard process, but it's a mindset, because when you are new at this, obviously at first seems hard, but then the more we do it, the easier it becomes. Now your list, you have to make sure that you have a list of family members. When I say lists, it's because it's anything. We are talking about Christmas list and wedding list and etc. list and Halloween list. We do big parties, Halloween parties, etc. Also, Facebook or other social media lists. What do I mean for that? I bet for those of you that are in Facebook, you have already a list there. You have a list of 100, 200, thousands of people. Who knows? Business cards. These are business cards that you are collecting. It's important to collect business card all the time. We're going to teach you how to approach them. Not tonight. Tonight, although some of the script that we are going to show you tonight work with business card. Casual contacts. These are people that we meet every day. New friends in social media. Look for friends on Facebook, schoolmates, etc. You fill the blanks. Now, your action plan is going to be connecting, as I say, with 10 people per day. And the idea is because we are going to send all those filters, and on those 10 people, not all of them are going to look at a presentation. And when I mean at a presentation, you're going to be handing out CDs or a magazine, or you are going to be sending people to your website or sending links from your Facebook account. And by the way, don't worry, because we teach you how to do that. It's really simple. Now, use the form I showed last week. The form is how to get in how to get going, and also in the Facebook 90-Day Blitz group. The forms that you need, the most important ones, are again in how to get going, and also in 90 Days Blitz group. And you can get there and look for the forms, and then you can start using it. And the form is called the isoderby form, where you are going to have all the things that you are doing every day. The reason it's so important to have a form is because you can have it's like a blueprint of what you're doing every day. And this is important because this is a serious business. And again, guys, if you are not using the form, you can get discouraged really easy, because sometimes you are going to think that you're not doing enough, or maybe you're you think you are doing a lot, and if you don't have the form, it's not going to tell you what really you are doing or what you are not doing. Now, send people to your website every day. Casual contacts, always get the information. Always create new friends on social media. And we have several videos on how to get going where we teach that. But again, we are going to be releasing shorter videos. These are the webinars that we have, and you can see them right now. We have great ways of how to add in the next 60 days. You can add 300, 400, 500 friends on Facebook. Real estate signs. And you're saying, what? Yeah, guys, we're going to teach you during those 60 days how to approach real estate agents. Real estate agents are some of the best for this business. As a matter of fact, I was in real estate myself. Alex was in real estate at one point himself too. Tracy Larson was in real estate. I'm talking to the people that I know are on the right now on Facebook. Now, business ads with names, and you know that many times they have a business that they have the name of the person. Collect cards also, business cards. And guys, you can do it in many ways, and I'm not going to go into details right now. There's one thing that I want to add that I forgot. Simple. Go to trade shows. Go to shows like that have household shows or etc. You are not going to have a table there. I have one of the videos that is coming up is talking about shows, but the best prospects are going to come from people that have the tables. It's why you are going to collect the cards there. You are not going to talk about the business and at the show. You are just going to collect cards. Really simple. I don't know how many of you have gone to these seminars where they have seminars where they are selling real estate seminars, stock market seminars, etc. Go there and collect cards too, because many of these people are willing to spend $3,000, $5,000 in those business opportunities that they are selling. But collecting cards is really important. Now, we have some scripts, and I'm going to go a little slow on this one. We have many scripts on how to get going. I will be using one of the approaches as an example, although I'm going to be using a few more that I add later. Now, this is a really powerful approach, and this is the help approach. This is something when you are talking to friends, even if you've been in network marketing before and you have talked to everybody, even if this is a person that already you talk to about isogenics. If you've been in isogenics for a year or longer, you know that more than a year ago, isogenics since then has been changing a lot. We are adding a lot of bonuses, great products like Product B, etc. Now, you can say something like, listen, I need help. I just started this project where we are helping people to earn a full-time income from home in less than 12 months. Can I send you a short video? I really value your feedback. You see, you are not telling them. And one of the things that you can add, and something that I just thought about that, I forgot I used that. Sometimes I say, you know what, I'm going to start a full campaign right now, and I want to make sure that you like the video. That's it. I'm going to add that script there because I forgot about that script, even though I use it. I'm going to start a full campaign to promote my business, and I need to see if you like the video. What do you think about the video? That's simple as that. As simple as that. Now, you can call I can call or send this script as a private message in Facebook. It's interesting because on Facebook, you can send the same message to a person. You can say, you can write it down and say, listen, I need help. I just started this project where we are helping people to earn a full-time income from home in less than 12 months. Can I send you a short video? I really value your feedback because I'm going to start, and this is something that I didn't write down there, I'm going to start a full campaign, and I want to make sure that it's a good video, if you like the video. As simple as that. By the way, this that we are doing tonight, as soon as the video is set up and how to get going, I'm going to be uploading also this PowerPoint presentation where you are going to have these scripts. So some of the scripts are already on how to get going. Now, this is other script that are especially good to with hot market and warm market. The first one, as I said, that's the one that we just talked about. The second one is the direct approach from Kathy Cooper in 3K to 30 days. And I made just a little change, but this is the approach that many people are using that have grown really, really quick using the 3K 30-day system. Now, the 3K 30-day system, by the way, you are using mostly videos on your videos from isamovie.com or from your self-replicating site, but also many people are applying the same thing to handing out CDs. Like, for example, Lisa DeMayo, as you know, she became a 7-star in less than 12 months, and she's using a lot of the CDs too. And if you ask me what CD, well, it's Michael Klaus, the new CD that we are recommending on the site 90-Day Blitz site. And this is the one that says how to be thin and wealthy. I forgot exactly what it said. But anyway, here is the script. I am working with Isogenics, a billion-dollar company that is co-creating financial freedom for many families. The products have changed my life, and you can tell your story. And by the way, we have a video that I'm setting up on Wednesday where it tells how to create your own story. And for many of you, you already know the steps to create your own story. It's really simple. And you're going to see a video on Wednesday. It's in one of the also webinars saying how to get going. Just make sure you find it there. We have the way to how to, we have a webinar on how to create your own story. Now, again, let me repeat the script here. I'm working with Isogenics, a billion-dollar company that is co-creating financial freedom for families. The products have changed my life. I'm looking to partner with 5 motivated people who would like to make a fortune in the wellness industry. Are you in? Now, again, this is going to be uploaded into the How to Get Going site. You don't have to be writing like crazy right now. Although I know some of you probably have these screen copiers and you're making or copies of the screen right now, and that's cool. That's okay. But anyway, the next one, more scripts. Let me tell you what happened to me or somebody. I released exact amount of pounds, and they are paying me to tell my story. This is an example. Or I got paid $200 last week, and I was not doing anything. Now, but when you say, let me tell you what happened to me, make sure you have a pause. And the reason this is, I call it the headline approach. Let me tell you what happened to me. If I'm talking to a group of, to you imagine, if I say, oh, let me tell you what happened to me, and then I shut up for a second, you're going to ask, what happened? Are you okay? Yeah, oh, yeah, I released 20 pounds, and they are paying me to tell my story. And shut up. Don't say more. Or say, oh, I just got paid $200 in a card. As a matter of fact, they sent me even a Visa card where they deposit that money. And next week, they're sending me $100 more or $500 more or whatever you want to say that you are getting. You see, that's a powerful approach. People are going to ask you, well, how that happened? And what did you do? You see, and that's when you are going to say something like, for example, are you really open? Well, let me send you a link to a video, or let me give you a CD, or let me give you a magazine. That's when you continue with a very short response. You're not going to sell anything at the time. But anyway, the second thing, or you can even, this is cool because the next thing that I'm going to tell you, you can use it together with any script. I found something where you and I together can earn a fortune. If this is not for you, it's okay. I want to call you first before I call others. I found something where you and I can earn a fortune together, or I together can earn. Let me start all over again. My name is George Ruiz. I found something where you and I together can earn a fortune, or where you and I can earn a fortune together. If this is not for you, it is okay. I wanted to call you first before others. But you see, this is really powerful because usually eliminate the question of how much money you are making right now. If they ask you, you say, hey, Juan, I invited you because I know the two of us together can make a lot of money. I use this part of the script. I use it tied up with every other script that I had. And I started using it many years ago when I was not making any money in network marketing, when I was not making anything, before I got my first check ever. I started using this line that I learned from one big leader in network marketing. And it's really, really powerful. Now, this is the time and money script. For those of you that listened to the call this morning, this is probably one of the most powerful scripts because they can go into any conversation and you can use it any time. You can use it face-to-face, through the Facebook, etc. If time and money were not an issue and you have all the energy to enjoy them, what would you do with your free time? Or what would you buy? What would you help? Who would you help? Where would you live? I mean, you start asking questions. You want the person to get excited, involved in having all the time and money and all the energy to enjoy it. How that makes you feel? And then I say, doing what you're doing now, how long will it take you to reach your goals? And most people get really discouraged. And you even ask if you want to, how that makes you feel. By the way, this technique actually comes from psychology. Many psychologists and many people, when they are doing some treatment on patients, they want people to get in touch with reality where they are right now. And this is one of the exercises that they are doing, is to find out, to get people in touch with reality where they are right now, and they have to make a change. And then the next question is, what if you can find a way to earn the money, have the energy and health, and to have the time freedom and the things you want? Are you open to know more about it? You see, in psychology, some psychologists use this technique, not everybody, but because basically when I'm saying, oh, I'm going to show you a technique that can change your life, are you open for that? This script can be used anywhere, and it's so darn powerful. And by the way, ask this question yourself. Doing what you're doing now, how long will it take you to reach your dreams? This is, for me, it's been one of the most powerful scripts. And it's cool, especially when I've been in Facebook talking to people, and then I ask this question. And they're open. And some people may not respond because they say, well, that's not your business. That's okay. Go next. There are 900 million people in Facebook. If one person say, no, you still have 899,999,999. But there are so many people that we can do this script. You can do it with your friends, your family, etc. Really powerful is the time and money script. Now, using the magazine and CD, after the previous script, all of them, if you happen to be face-to-face, you can lend your prospect a CD or a magazine. I like the new Prosper magazine, and I like the CD by Michael Klaus, as I said. Yeah, and I said, you will find out more in this CD or magazine. And if I lend you this CD or magazine or whatever you have in your hand, would you listen or read it? I need it back by, and never say more than 48 hours later. Let's suppose that today is Tuesday. You say, if I lend you this magazine or this CD, will you listen to it? I need it back by Thursday. And the person says, yeah, I will. Are you sure? Okay. And then I hand it up to them. The reason is because you want some kind of commitment. The other thing, I don't know if you notice, you are not giving away the CD. You are not giving away the magazine. You're going to be recycling most of them. Some people are going to keep the magazine or the CD. Yep, it's going to happen. And by the way, something I always do, if one of the person that I'm talking to keep the magazine, sign up, I tell them, keep the magazine, use it with your first person. Keep the CD, use it with your first person. Excuse me. I love to do that. Now, the next part is one of my favorites when we are using long distance. Now, after using all these scripts, then is when you are going to send a video presentation from your website. Now, this is your website in Isogenics. Now, when you're in Isogenics, what you're going to do and make sure is, again, don't go to the Isogenics website. This is your personal site. This is the one that has your username, isogenics.com. Some of you have seen this part of the presentation before, and the reason I repeat it is because it's really powerful. As a matter of fact, Jay Bennett, one of the millionaires, his main tool in order to get to the income that he has today is using this. He called it a three-step process because you call the person, send the person to the website, and you follow up. That's simple. But anyway, as you see on the side of, you're going to click on ISA Videos. Now, where is ISA Videos? Can you see it right there? Right there is ISA Videos. You see, some people send people to isamovie.com, but I prefer to send it to my own website, and there is a reason. If the person is watching the video and on his own or her own decide to sign up, they're already on my website. They just have to click, and that's it. And they sign up on their own. It's so simple. But if you send it to iSaMovie, they don't have any way to sign up right away. They are going to get back to you, yes. But what if they're so excited and they do a search for and they fall in the wrong website? You don't want that. You want to make sure that they're in your website. Again, you click on ISA Videos. Then they choose the video, the video you are sending. You are going to choose it, by the way. You are choosing the video. You click on ISA Videos, excuse me, and then you have the product videos on one side, and then you have the business videos on one and the other side. And you choose any video. Right now we have the new video that is called Experience Isogenics. That's a great video to send first because it's really short. Or you can send Enterprising Woman or Retired Wealthy Women Career. You see, I'm talking about business videos, and the reason is because we are going to be promoting really strong the business. Here is an example. I choose Enterprising Woman that you see here on the center. You see, you know what video you choose when you see the title on the center. Now, then you're ready to send it. One of the ways that you send it is copy the video address that you see right here. You see, oops, let me repeat it here. Oh, shoot. Okay, let me repeat it here. You see this address here? You copy, and then what you're going to do, you are going to paste it in a message, private message that you are going to send the person if the person is in Facebook. If it's not on Facebook, you copy that address and put it on an email. But I'm going to show you how powerful it is by doing it in Facebook. Now, on Facebook, let's suppose that I'm talking to Leanne Jackson, and many of you know Leanne Jackson is one of the millionaires. I'm going to click on the message. You see it right there? Message. Perfect. Okay. Again. Okay. Message. And then what happened? I'm going to write a message for her. And the message is right here. And then when I write the message, there automatically is going to come the presentation of whatever video I'm putting there. In this case, I'm putting Enterprising Woman, as you see. And then I'm going to click Send here. And that's it. Oops. Okay. Send. And then what happened? The person is going to get to your video, to your site. They are now in your site. That's the person. And on the video, and the part before I forgot, you see here, I add something very important. I don't know if you noticed. If you like it, click like on the left side of the screen. What that means, they click here, they watch the video, they like it, and then tell them to click here. And the reason is because this is when you are doing in Facebook. This works better when the person is on Facebook. And the reason is because when they click like, all their friends are going to see that message. That's really cool. Now, because this is so powerful, I'm going to go back to the beginning. Let me show you how it works. You click on ISA Videos. This is really simple. You see it there. This is your site. Then you choose the video that you want to choose. In this example, I'm choosing Enterprising Woman right here. And then when you click on Enterprising Woman, and by the way, on one side there are the product videos, and on the other side the business. But I choose Enterprising Woman. Then you are going to see on the center the video. When you see that, you are going to copy the address that is right here, the whole address. And then you are going to put it in this on an email. But in this example, I'm using as an example, you are sending a message to your friend. And here is the message. You send it, click there on that message. This box come in. You write down here in this area. And you see, I write, if you like, click like. Go to the next one. Then the person, this is the person going to your website. They watch the video. Then they like it and say, whoa, I watched this enterprising woman. I better click like. And then they click here like. By the way, when they click like, they can even post a comment. But anyway, when they click like, what happened? All their friends are going to see that your prospect like a video. And this is a great way to create curiosity. And you can do this 10 times a day. Now, my question is, you use a script, any of the scripts, how long do you think take you to go to the script? A minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? 4, maybe, I doubt. 3 minutes is the max. Then you send the person to the video. All this process takes less than a minute. And that's it. Voila. You can do another one, and another one, and another one. And this could be people that you are talking on the phone, could be people that you are contacting on Facebook. I mean, it's really cool. And again, you can send the post, you can send it on an email, or you can send it directly into Facebook. It's really powerful. I prefer if they have an account on Facebook to do it within Facebook, because if they click like, all their friends are going to see it. You see how powerful it is? Now, this is the follow-up script. Anyway, I hope you got this one, because this by itself, this, guys, can get you really far. If this is the only thing that you do, if you are in home just making phones and telephone calls and contacting with people, you can go really far by doing this and training your people to do exactly what I just told you. Really powerful. This is different from, you can be adding the CDs, meetings, etc. on top of that, but this by itself is really powerful. Now, the follow-up script is very important. I have several questions. What do you like the most? What else do you like? How much would you like to earn? Why? I'm going to go really quick through them and then one by one. Or what do you want to accomplish? How long will it take you to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, doing what you're doing now? Do you see how Isogenes can help you to reach your goals? Can you see yourself doing what I'm doing? It could be using, handing out stuff, the iTools, and I tell you in another part, what is iTools? It's something that's coming up. I forgot to erase it. Or using the website, the message that I send you now. Do you want to go fast or faster? But you see, all these questions have a very powerful result. The reason you ask for is what do you like the most? Because if you call a person or you are talking on Facebook or whatever, and you say, what do you think? If they have, at the time that you're talking to them, a kid screaming in the background, or they have a problem or something like that, they're going to say, I didn't like anything, or or whatever negative. They may say something negative. But when you say, what do you like the most? Their brain is like a computer. It's going to look for what they like. And then the second question is, what else do you like? Because you want to make sure that they're enforcing what they like. How much money would you like to earn in the next 12 months? Or less. And by the way, this is going to be corrected, the one that you're going to receive. And the reason I say that is because I want to know how much they want to earn. And then I ask, what do you want to accomplish with those $3,000 a month, if that's what they say, or $5,000 or $10,000? Why? What do you want to accomplish? How long will it take you to accomplish that? For example, they want to quit their job. Doing what you are doing now. You see, that was similar to the question. And then obviously they are going to feel kind of down and say, do you see how Isogenes can help you to reach your why, again, your goal? Can you see yourself doing what I am doing? Again, sending people to the website, handing out video, CDs, whatever you're doing. Do you want to go fast or faster? Now, what is go fast or faster? I'm going to tell you in a second. But you see, what I just told you tonight is enough to go really strong into action. Now, the faster is the Business Builder Pack. This package is over $1,000. Now, some people say, whoa, guys, it's so important that you show the Business Builder, because how much it costs any business to get in? Now, I don't say that most people may not come with this system, but it's so important, because then if the person says, I love what you show me, but I don't have the money. Well, what if I can show you something that's almost half? Guess what? It's the President Pack. That's really cool, huh? And by the way, you can, and that's the only two alternatives. If the person say after a while, say, oh, really, I wish I could go, but then you can offer the 30 days. That is almost half of that too. It's about $270. But guys, this is what I show you right now. If you follow exactly what I just told you tonight every day, and you add people to your list, etc., you can be tremendously successful. There is no place where you can go. By the way, I don't want to go into that. The reason I had the 2 for 2, but anyway, guys, I just want to finish here because I you already see how powerful this is. What you did right now, what I did, I show you a script to approach people. You make a list of people. You can use CDs, you can use videos, you can use magazines. However, if you don't have anything on hand, guess what? You have your website. That's probably the most powerful tool that you have. And then what you're going to do is to follow those steps that I told you before. As simple as that. Alex, are you there? Because I want to open right now to everybody, to anybody has questions. Because again, what I show you now is really, really powerful. And guys, you are going to see this webinar that I saw today, and this is going to be repeated, and only on you can watch the webinar again, but you can repeat it. We are going to have some videos that are going to divide the same what you saw tonight, but we are having it in short, small videos too. But anyway, I know some people have a question, but I don't know who. And Alex, I wonder if you are there.
Yeah, actually, it's really exciting to see, how great things are starting to happen with the Blitz. And at the beginning, I forgot to tell people, if you want to ask a question, just go to the top right of your screen and look for the GoToWebinar control panel and type your question in the area that says questions. It looks like a chat box. We do have one question right now, and it's what does it cost to have your own Isogenics website?
Okay, that's the cool thing, that when you join Isogenics, you know that you pay a $29 sign-up fee plus the system that you're buying. When you get your sign-up, you do the sign-up fee, that's those $29, that's the cost per year. And you already have the website that you can send videos, you can send them to within social media or just through emails. I mean, it's so cool. It's really, really cool, but really powerful tool.
Perfect, thanks. Yeah, anybody else have a question? Just go ahead and type that in. And yeah, actually we have a question, where will the videos be posted? And they will be posted at the howtogetgoing.com website. We'll start posting them tomorrow, and as a matter of fact, we're considering just putting a special menu item at the top of the website with these videos. We'll have a post where we explain exactly where to find everything. And
yeah, we were planning to do a membership site, but just for people that are in the 90 days, but there's some technical difficulties that are too complex to try to redo it again, and I think is why we are going to do it in a menu. It would be much easier.
Yeah, it's simpler. Now, another question is, George, do you call up complete strangers to present to them?
Pardon me? Leads?
Yeah, do you call up complete strangers to present?
Yeah, you can do that. Although for complete stranger, you have to have a really hard nerves, I would say, because complete strangers are going to be usually, many of them are going to be rude, not all of them. However, does it work? Yeah. And I'm going to tell you a short story. In the company I was before, there was a guy that came into my organization. He was just coming from bankruptcy. And this guy, he had been something like in 9 or 10 companies before. And he started calling all his friends and family, and because he just came from bankruptcy, because in one of the companies that he was before, he invested so much money and he lost everything, basically. They didn't want to listen to him. What he did, he got the yellow pages and started calling people that are used to residual income, like insurance agents and also real estate people and also massage therapists, because he was in a health product, etc. And he was just calling saying, let me tell you the script, because he was so cool. And I remember so much because he was in my organization, and he was saying something like, I'm calling you something totally off the wall. Doesn't have anything to do with massage therapy, if that's the person that he was calling. And the person said, yeah, what can I do for you? Well, what if I can show you a way where you can increase your income without increasing your overhead? Would you be open? That was the only thing that he said. Many people hung up on him. However, some people obviously say yes. And then what happened, he was handing out a tool that was at the time a newspaper in that company. That was in the company I was before. And he became one of my top leaders. As a matter of fact, he was the number 2. Now, that guy later left the company before I left that other company. And he came to another company. I was really upset. Well, that guy, his name was Jimmy Smith. he was calling from the yellow pages. Although again, a lot of people were rude to him. But you don't have to do that. If you are doing the training, following the trainings that we are teaching you, and then you can approach a lot of people that doesn't have to be totally strangers. I mean, they're going to be strangers if you are getting a business card, but the way that you are going to approach them is going to be less painful. And also, when you are approaching people on Facebook, if you do it right, the way that we have all these videos already, those trainings already on how to get going, if you do it right, in most cases, you are going to have a very good experience. When I mean very good experience, that doesn't mean that everybody's going to sign up, but you're not going to have too many rude people because you're going to be doing it right. You're going to actually, the person is going to ask you, can you tell me more information? And that's cool.
George, there's another question here actually, and it's what would you do when somebody asks you about isogenics? You follow the process, you send the video, and then they disappear, meaning they don't answer the messages or anything.
Okay. Well, I hire a witch doctor and I start no, I'm still joking. You know what? If a person disappears, so what? You have so many millions of people out there. I remember at first when I joined the first network marketing company, I used to get worried because people disappear like that. But you know what? There are so many people.
Next.
That doesn't mean that you're going to try to find it later. But if there is a saying that says, some will, someone, so what? Next. Some will, some won't, so what? Next.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have found. And I used to get frustrated and, and try to pursue these people. And you know what? It's a numbers game, like you said before.
Oh yeah, and something, Alex, and I guys, get back to the presentation that we did about the pay plan. This pay plan, the cool thing is that you just need two people that see what you're seeing and explore it. And by the way, this is a clue, and this is going to be one of the trainings coming up. That's why I have real estate science, but it's not just real estate. When you approach people that are professional business owners, executives, or moms that are home, but they are people that moms that are in a certain like middle class and up, etc. They're okay. People that have education, professional, etc. They are actually your best experience because these are people that they're always looking for ways to improve themselves. And when you approach people like that, those are the ones that you are going to have the less headaches, in the sense that they are usually not the people that are going to ask you, oh, tell me about ingredients. I'm too skeptic. No, people that are professionals, etc., that have business experience, that people or moms that are home, that they're at home because they want to be home, but they would like to do something else, etc. They are really more open. And that's the kind of people we are going to be approaching. As people are more open, and as people, if they don't like something, they are going to tell you no. They are going to be clear in your face. It's not like they are going to disappear and not to tell you anything. And that's an important clue. I know some people say, oh, yeah, but I have a friend that he's been living in welfare for 20 years and his family for 20 years. Guys, sadly, that doesn't mean that you are not going to prospect them and show the business. But in most cases, if they've been in situations like that for so long, and usually they are not going to see the opportunity, because that is why they've been there for so many years. Now, there are exceptions. If a person is because something happening, they were doing well and something happened to them and suddenly they don't have any money, and that can happen. But if you read most of the stories of people that have been successful, even people that they say they live in a car before or something like that, you're going to see that when you go way into the background, most of them, there are exceptions, but most of them have some kind of background that make them being more open-minded, people that were willing to change their life and not to stay where they were staying. And the reason I know some people that were homeless, but they have a background and their families or relatives, and that they were people that they didn't want to stay there. I mean, and one day they wanted to change. And that's the people that we're looking at, people that want to change, or even people that are being prosperous right now, but they want to increase different ways to make income, especially today. Professionals, any person that has money can tell you that the secret in the economy today is to diversify, to have other incomes. They know they may have a good income in whatever they want, but they are going to have another income. Good example is John Gray. I mean, he's multi-millionaire. Mars, women are from Mars, Venus, and men from Mars, selling tons of books. However, he has another income in isogenics, and it's a 7-figure income. But anyway, sorry. I got excited.
Yeah, well, here's another question, and it's one of these questions that we all have to face at one point or another. But here, when you send them to your website, they might see the cost of the product, and they might get actually turned off because they see retail prices. Any suggestions?
Well, first of all, if they look at the price of the products, as soon as they get to the website as a first thing, you did something wrong when you are prospecting the people, because when you're prospecting for the business, that's the last thing that people look in the website. We have an example, a woman that signed up just a couple of weeks ago. She came, she's a nurse from the Philippines, but she lives here in Utah, and she told me that when she got the website, and she and her husband, they sent them a video. As a matter of fact, I think it was Bruce, that I think he was on the side. Bruce, it was sponsored by, but anyway. They just spent about 3 hours watching the videos before they even know exactly what the products were. I mean, they knew on the videos, but before they saw the prices. Now, however, saying that, remember, you're sending a link to a specific site, in this case, the videos. If they start looking at the products, that's okay. But in most cases, if you're doing the way I'm saying, you're not going to have too many problems. Rarely anybody sees the product. However, there is a tool that we are going to be talking about, and you saw a little hint on one of the sites because I forgot to erase it. For those of you that want to use that tool, where you can be specific with people, and then they don't have to see your site. They're going to see your videos, but not your site. But we're going to be talking about that in a couple of weeks. But I don't want to talk about that tool until we are doing the basics. And the basics more than enough. This is a tool that really few people in Isogenics know. I would say less than 100 people right now. But anyway, in the whole Isogenics, in the whole worldwide Isogenics. But again, I had not had problems sending people to the video. I don't remember, seriously, I don't know if Alex happened to you, but I don't remember anybody going to the page and telling me then after that the products were expensive.
Yeah, actually, you know what? We're always going to find certain situations where what we're saying doesn't work. But remember, it's a numbers game, and most people will watch the video and will start asking you questions and so on. And, it's like, yes, sometimes for some people, price is a big issue. For other people, it's not. Just because it's an issue for me, for example, doesn't mean it's an issue for you, George, or for anybody else. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we limit ourselves. Some people actually love it when the prices are on the high side, because they can see a business opportunity where they can earn bigger commissions. And I'm not saying from a value point of view, because from a value point of view, our prices are absolutely incredible. We have some documents, if you break it down per meal, it goes down to as low as $3.50 for a superfood. You cannot get this nutrition elsewhere. So, we cannot please everyone. But we can definitely try to please as many people as possible, and always keep in mind, some will, some won't. So what? Next.
Yeah, and going back about what I said before, when we are prospecting professionals, and when we are prospecting up, for those of you as people are like us or even higher, and when I mean higher, I'm not talking into the bad way. I'm talking about that they are more successful or different things. You are going to have the excuse of the price really rare, because they are used to a good example. Before I joined any network marketing company, I was spending, when I was in real estate, I was spending between $200 to $300 a month in health food stores. That was what I was doing. And for those of you that were in health food stores, you can testify the same thing.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And you know what? I do want to say something. At the beginning, I had no experience in network marketing. In my first company, one of my criteria for joining is because there was no volume requirement. I figured, hey, this is going to be great because people are not obligated to purchase anything. And guess what? With 1,000 people, I barely had some income because nobody purchased anything.
Yeah,
So
now, and what was your background, by the way, before network marketing? What is your profession?
well, I'm an architect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a good example. I'm a computer nerd.
yes,
myself.
and I
Well,
overanalyze things. I think it's a geek or an ISA geek
okay.
or so.
Yeah. Any other? And by the way, when you look at many of the isogenic, they come from some kind of background like that. But by the way, that doesn't mean that you say, "Oh shoot, I'm not a computer guy or I'm not an architect. I ain't gonna fail for the rest of my life." Doesn't matter where you come from. Remember, it's your attitude, what you have inside yourself,
Hey,
and whatever you want to reach.
and guess who's making the most money in isogenics and basically in most of network marketing? The butcher.
Yeah.
So
Butcher,
the background means nothing, and we have now people that that within a year or just a year and a few months have become millionaires, doing
Yes.
doing this business.
I have to say something very important for those of you that have been in isogenic for a while, and they say, "Oh, but anyway," or those of you that are new and you say, "Well, first of all, they have been for a while," and you say, "My business is not exploding the way that I would like to," or those that are new and say, "Oh, I wish I had started when George started or Jimmy Smith started." Well, last year, 2 women started in the business. They are in my organization. These 2 women, one started in January, the other one started, I think, was around July. The one that started in January didn't start doing really the business until last year convention. The one that started in July, obviously, she went to convention and she was sponsored by her, by the one that started by Lori. That was the one that started in January. Well, Lori, she will be right now in the business about 19 months. She passed me 2 weeks ago, and I've been in isogenics 9 years. Guys, anybody that is right now on the call can pass me or can pass anybody. I mean, she became a 7-star golden circle. She flew really fast. But anyway, just to give you an idea, that guys, doesn't matter. And the reason is because she went in massive action. As a matter of fact, she sponsors people every week. She never been in network marketing, and that's my point that I was going to say. Never been in network marketing, and her best leader, that's Kathy, had never been in network marketing either. As a matter of fact, Kathy has an aversion to network marketing until she got into isogenics. It doesn't matter where you came from. That's the cool thing. I know they probably can be a couple of questions before we go.
Yeah, and actually we do need to get going here, and so we'll take one last question, and it's actually about business cards. Any catchy thing that one can write on a business card.
Well, okay, for most of you that when they come to me and they say, "George, can you give me the business card?" Anybody knows the answer? Let's see. You know the answer, Alex. When
you probably have the same one that I have.
Yeah, none.
I have none. Because
no. However, you can have a magazine, and then this is my business card. It's a big business card for the business. Now, there's a business card that I have that I rarely take with me because I forgot. I have one for isogenic that I rarely use, but I also have one that's totally generic, and the generic is just I'm a dream maker, professional networker, dream maker. That's it. And people say, "What is that?" You see, it doesn't say isogenics anywhere because I don't want them to go to. If you get a business card with isogenics to somebody, guess what? Today, I don't know what you do, Alex, but something that every time somebody give me a business card with a business, I go to the internet right away to check the business. I don't know what happened to you too.
Yeah, no, actually, that's one needs to be careful. Remember, if you give out a business card, one very important thing to do is to actually get their information, because otherwise they will never call you. You are the one that has to take the initiative. And as a matter of fact, Jimmy Smith says one very, very important thing, and and this is a cliche that's been around for a while. The fortune, and let me set this up by saying, it's very important that you contact people. If you contact people, if you present to people, if you don't do that, nothing's going to happen. However, the fortune is in the follow-up, because you can contact people, you can present, but if you never call them back, they will not be calling you back. It's going to be very rare that they actually call you back. So you see there in what George put on the screen right now, you know, we can connect, we can present, but if we don't follow up, and following up, that's where the fortune is.
Yeah.
And just to answer that question quickly, I did I had some success when I was passing out my business cards by simply, I had a line in there, I teach people how to double their current income. Yeah. And that generated, remember, if you get their interest, don't give them the details, just give them something that they will ask, how do you do that? And then that's when you go into the presentation.
And something really important, you say, I double your income. You didn't say, I'm a cleansing coach or anything like that. For those of you that, by the way, listen to my calls every morning, you know my opinion when somebody say, I'm a cleansing coach or I'm a health coach, because you are branding yourself about somebody, not necessarily a business builder. And that's, in my opinion, you never hear Jimmy Smith saying that. Jimmy Smith say, I'm a professional network marketer.
Yeah, and let me also just put this as an example. You know, I've lost over 100 pounds. I could very well say, you know, I teach people how to lose 100 pounds. Well, not everybody is interested in that. You know, there's a market on that, but you know, that's not really what everybody wants. But if you say, I teach people how to double their income, everyone will want that. The one that's the bank teller making 20 or 30,000 a year wants to double their income, and the attorney that's making $250,000 a year wants to double their income. So there you approach 100% of the people.
Right. Perfect. Okay. Well, I guess we're ready, unless there is a very important question hiding there that we don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, I might have missed a question or two, but we have quite a few in here. And actually, I think, I don't know if we addressed this, are the scripts available on the website? And most of these scripts are available. George, if you just want to show them where, or it's at the howtogetgoing.com site. At the bottom on the left-hand side, you will be able to see, George is going there right now.
Yes, going there supposedly. Oh yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Okay. You see that you go to the website and then you go all the way down, and then you click here, and then you see some of the scripts. Now those scripts, some of the scripts that are not there, they're going to be on the PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to be uploading after the video set up tomorrow or when it's ready. But many of the scripts are there that you see, and there's just by seeing the dream scripts is the one that's my favorite, the follow-up closing that we talk about those. They are there, and they're really powerful scripts. Also, in the 90-day Blitz group, I think we have already some scripts uploaded, but I don't have all of them because most of them are here in howtogetgoing.com anyway.
Okay, and one more thing, we might have the videos when we have them up. We want to protect the privacy, so we will be putting in a password on that particular page where we have the videos, just so that we ask you not to pass out the password, but the password that we might be using is simply howtogetgoing, all one word, all lowercase, no spaces. That's howtogetgoing. Same name as the website, without the .com.
Yeah, this is when you see, as soon as we got the link that's for the 90 days only, where the videos are going to be, and some scripts also are going to be there also. Some of the, when I mean scripts, actually the PDF files of the presentation.
Great. And by the way, one last question actually on what I had on my card, which is when I say people, I help people double their income. The question is, how do you do that? What do you say after they ask me how do you do that? And I very simply just follow exactly what George taught me. And in this case is, I would go to my website, go to the ISA videos area, copy the video that I actually want to show them, which in most cases is on the right hand side of the page. It's either the enterprising women or the retire, the Jimmy Smith video, or one of the other business videos. And I simply send them the link to that video either via Facebook or via the email, and tell them, here, watch this first and then we'll talk. Then I do the follow-up. And that's just following the system. It's very simple.
By the way,
yeah, go ahead.
Something that I'm showing is the site. The reason it's so important to get in here, of somebody just one request. You see, you request and then I add it in this case. But anyway, it's that you can ask questions there, and a person, for example, asks, okay, what is the benefits of the 30 days over, or the President Pack? I mean, there are different questions that come in here, and different people commenting. This is really cool because you can ask questions, you can see links, etc., and the group, and this is very interactive. And I invite you to be part of this. As a matter of fact, somebody here is just that is in the call, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, you're in right now. Okay. You can ask for this group. Again, it's called the 90-Day Blitz. You can post it here, a 90-Day Blitz here on, and then a shoe is going to appear, like a running shoe, and then you can ask to be admitted into the group. This is really cool. And you can post different things. For example, Wayne, by the way, Wayne, several of the days, he's been prospecting over 20 people a day. This guy is going bananas. But anyway, he just posts a video there, The Law of Sowing and Reaping by Jim Rohn. That is really great video. I've seen that video before. But anyway, guys, this is a great way to stay in contact. Okay, Christy also just add to be added, and okay, you're added. But anyway, guys, I think that's it. I don't know if anything else.
That's it. Well, then let's just meet again next Monday, and I thank each and every single one of you for taking time out to join us tonight. And go to the howtogetgoing.com website by tomorrow, and we'll start having the videos and the PowerPoint presentation that we talked about. So have a great evening, everyone, and thank you, George, also for a great presentation. Good night, everyone.
Okay, guys. Have a great one tonight. Have a great one. See you.